Welcome back, Video Game Voting Vanguard. It's your boy P City Substance. We're with another episode of Thrift Store Thursdays. Thrift Store Thursdays, we utilize the thrift stores and we're looking to add to the collection, to the library, whether it be consoles, collectibles, games, etc. So this week, again, the local thrift stores in my area, actually one is closing, Planet 8, which has been really good to me. In the past, if you look at my previous episodes, I picked up a original PlayStation and original PlayStation from that location, and I also picked up some very vital audio video cables, like for my GameCube there, and I picked up my my CRT TVs from that location. They're actually closing, which kind of sucks to see them go. They've been good to me. It's been fun just going in there, but all in all, I think the market in the thrift stores is kind of it's getting a little dry. You may come in there, you may go in there and get lucky. It just depends. It's a weekly thing. So what I may end up doing, or probably end up doing, is combining some content from flea market. I don't have a segment from that, so I'll just include it with Thrift Store Thursdays, and I'll just let you guys know whether or not I picked it up from there, like from a flea market versus a thrift store, just because of the lack of games. Like I said, sports games, a lot of them I have already. So I may just have to start taking a trip out to Savers, because they have more of a variety of games. Like I said in the past, in my previous episodes, Goodwill tends to put some of their, well, not some of their, majority of their better items online, so they kind of only carry Wii and sports games, which not really pose a problem for me, but just kind of sucks. I think that's kind of, I don't know. I think it's whack. Be completely honest with you. So anyway, like I said, past couple episodes, I was mentioning how I wanted to pick up like a bookcase to kind of start housing my games in their cases. I think it's a very good solution for housing your games. You're able to put them on display. They're big enough. You can put a ton of games inside a bookcase. So I was able to pick up a decent wood one for about $10. I'm gonna take a picture of it so you guys can see. Some of my collection. I'll show y'all that. You'll probably be seeing that as I'm telling you this now, because I'll be displaying the picture. Also picked up a entertainment center that I was looking for a solution for my, I guess I'm doing some renovations down here. I'm trying to really get turning my man cave into like a legit game room, so I'm still getting everything set up the way that I would like it. So I knew one solution that I wanted to house my Pandora's box, where it could be on a flat surface and I still be able to see the screen fine and not really build a console around it. And I was also looking for something to house some of my current gen consoles and stuff like that. So I picked up one of those. I got both of them for less than $20 together, especially with and I picked those up from Planet 8. They're again, that store is closing. It's going out of business. So now we still got a little more time. I picked up not too long ago from the flea market a Game Boy Advance. We all know Game Boy Advance was released in June of 2001. 32-bit console, successor to the Game Boy Color. Its competitors out at the time of the release was the Neo Geo Pocket Color, the WonderSwan GP32, the Tapware Zodiac, and the N-Gage, which was made by Nokia, the cell phone company. As of June 2010, the Game Boy Advance has sold over 81 million units to date. It has a 2.9-inch screen. It is operated from 2 AA batteries. That's a heck of a throwback for you. Get about 15 hours of gameplay, and that I would imagine would vary depending on which brand of batteries you buy. I'm pretty sure you can't buy Dollar Tree batteries, put in there and get 15 hours. I doubt it. You probably get 15 minutes. But I think it was a good pickup. I do remember the Game Boy Advance. Something that I just want to mention, something that Nintendo's always been great with is being compatible with its predecessors and successors. Normally, it's almost always backwards compatible, which I find very, very cool, and just thoughtful of Nintendo to do something like that, because a lot of people and gamers will get pissed, you know, if you go from console to the next gen console. We normally pick up the next gen console and we have this huge library of games that we're not able to play, or we just have to continue to play on the old console. Some people just want to have one central unit set up and be able to play, you know, their older games with the console. And Nintendo's always been good at that, and the Game Boy Advance is nothing different. It's backwards compatible with the original Game Boy, and so is the Color. The Game Boy Color played the original Game Boy as well. That's actually a feature that I actually forgot about, but I think that's pretty cool, Nintendo being able to do that. And they have continued that same thing to date with the Switch and stuff like that, being able to incorporate the GameCube controllers. So all in all, I think I had a pretty good week as far as picking up thrift stores and flea market. I think I paid maybe $10 for the Game Boy Advance, something like that. It wasn't much. So again, it was a pretty good week, pretty good pickups. I had with the Game Boy Advance, works fine. I do have to get a back cover for it, because the one that's on there, I don't know where they got that from. I think it's from a Game Boy Color, actually, when I think about it. So we're going to end the episode on that note. This has been another episode of Thrift Store Thursdays. This is your boy P City Substance, and we're here at the Video Game Votary.